All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Everything NYJ podcast, Jets versus Lions preview show. Liam, Gino, Italy, Jet Pagano. Gino, how you feeling on this wonderful Friday?
The Jets give me bad cholesterol and bad blood pressure. What do you
Interesting.
think? What about you?
I, my eye's been twitching all day because of high blood pressure, so yeah, I'm right up there with you.
Really? Oh, well then there you go.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna obviously cover the Jets Lions. Before we get into all that, you could follow Everything NYJ on all social media platforms, as Gino pulls it
Yeah.
up here.
Oh,
One second.
dude, I am
Come on.
behind today. There you go.
Oh
Go.
boy. Oh boy.
Right.
All right, you can follow Everything NYJ on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, if you just haven't done so already. Give the video a thumbs up if you do and happen to like this video. It really helps us out. There is a ton of controversy surrounding this New York Jets team right now, and the biggest story is the quarterback. I figure we could go position by position. We'll start with the quarterback. What are your thoughts, Gino?
Uh, well, I got a lot of things, but it's just interesting, it's just we can't as a Jets fan base, and I think you agree with me. We just can't have nice things. We always got to make it tight. We always got to, we always got to make it. How do we always got to make it interesting, right? It's the Jets. Last, a
I hate
long,
nice things, bro.
long
I hate
time.
nice things. We
Yeah,
don't
I
need nice
know.
things.
No, we need nice things. It's
Of
just,
course we
it's
do.
just, it's just. But hey, you can't have it any other way, right? Like it's there. I you say quarterback controversy, right? Like that's what you're saying. Quarterback
No,
controversy?
I don't
No.
think there's one.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, what do you think?
You want to talk about the quarterback, correct? That's what you're
Of
trying to talk
course.
about. Okay.
Zach Wilson, number two
So
starting.
listen, it's going to be, I mean, what a time for him to come back, right? What a time for him to come back. What a time for him to come on in and be that guy again, right? Like it's 3 weeks is just not enough in my opinion.
No.
You know, it's he's fighting for his job. You know, he's fighting for things, but at the same time, this is a Lions team that's tough, but their defense really sucks. So it's one of those things. They're the second worst defense in the league.
Yeah.
So as Jets fans, we could say, you know, hey, oh, we should blow this team out of the water, right? This is the team we should. But let's be honest, people. Let's be honest. It's always not like that with the Jets, right? It's not like that.
Can
So
be.
it can be, but it's what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna put our faith in Zach Wilson, right? We're gonna put all our faith in him, and we'll see just what happens, right? So for
Yes.
me, for me, I'm like, there's a lot of things that gotta go right. There's a lot of things that gotta go right. We gotta be good in the red zone. I want Zach Wilson to throw something down the field to get these wide receivers confidence back with him again. It's just gonna be very interesting, and I'm predicting 14-7. It's going to be one touchdown each for each team with a lot of field goals. That's what I'm predicting because Jared Goff, in my opinion, should be one of the comeback players of the year, at least in that realm, right? For me, and
Yeah.
they got it. They got it's like an Odell when Odell is healthy. They got a Jamison Williams now. Like now we got to think about that, right? So
Hmm.
it's one of those things where this is a game where we might even see Bryce Hall. I mean, Eccles is out. We could be seeing him.
Yeah. I
I
could care less to see him.
you're just like I want to see it. I
You're
want to
making me
see it.
frown.
You're making you frown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Well, see, starting with the quarterback, and let's not get too far ahead here. I think some people forget that Zach Wilson has won games with us. I'm not saying that he's been the reason that we won. In most cases, we've been winning in spite of him.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think some people forget that Zach Wilson is still a talented quarterback.
Yeah.
I feel like in these
When
last
he
20
can.
days, some people make it sound like Zach Wilson has been the worst quarterback of all time. I mean, let's not get
He's
crazy here.
not. Yeah,
The
yeah,
kid is
yeah.
still talented.
But
Historically, against New England, he's played terrible.
okay.
Against worse defenses, he's tend to play pretty well. Even against good defenses, go back to that Buffalo game. He played pretty well. Look at Denver. Look at their defense. He played pretty well. Up until those New England games, Zach Wilson was not having a problem with interceptions. There was times where you could tell he still didn't know how to read defenses. That's fair to say. He did a lot of running around in that Denver game. He did a lot of running around against New England. His best game was that Pittsburgh game, the one that's featured on the screen right behind us. That has
Mm-hmm.
been Zach Wilson's best game
Mm-hmm.
since his return. With that being said, we don't know if Hutchinson is playing. He's dealing with an illness.
Yeah. Portel, how you doing?
I, how you doing? I can't.
This is
I'm not Italian. I
this,
can't do it.
no, it's
I'm
fine.
sure that's like a little inside joke that you have somewhere.
We have the dream. I'm calling it the dream team right now. He's
You and
one of
him?
yeah, me and him and another guy. It's pretty fun. He's a good guy. He's a Jets fan. Does all kinds of other content, Knicks, Jets, all kinds of stuff like New York kind of
There you
content.
go. There you
It's
go.
cool.
He's a New
Welcome to the
Yorker.
chat, Abby. Welcome to the chat, Porto.
Yeah. Good morning
Love it.
or good evening, Abby, wherever you are. I'm not sure where you live. Don't. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, with Zach Wilson in this offense, I mean, yeah, I just feel like it's not fair to completely write this kid off by any means. And
Yeah,
like I've been saying all week, ever since we found out that Zach Wilson was going to be the number 2,
yeah,
just do the little thing. Just like Mike White did. Mike White was just playing within the offense.
yeah,
He wasn't playing hero ball.
yeah.
He was making the easy look easy.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking at his checkdowns. He was passing the ball a lot to Ty Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting Carter involved. He was getting Bam Knight involved. And I think that might be the recipe here. Maybe we need to run the ball down these guys' throats to kind of mask Zach Wilson in a way. But I'm not too scared to have Zach Wilson under center for this game. I mean, like,
Okay, you're not scared.
if
Okay.
not really, not
Oh,
super
okay.
scared. Like, I'm not like
Okay.
dreading this.
Okay. You're not dreading it.
No,
Okay. All right. That's your opinion. I think I'm just scared. I'm
I
just
think
scared.
these last couple of weeks, people have like just. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go in a second here. These past couple of weeks that Zach Wilson has been out, everybody makes it sound like he's been like the worst quarterback of all time, and this guy like
Yeah.
can't do anything. I mean, like
Yeah.
he's had his bad games, he's had his struggles, absolutely.
Facts. 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 Facts.
But come on,
Well, you're gonna have your Flacco guys, right? You're gonna have your
no.
Strebler guys. Hold on, you never know, but probably not. But you're gonna have your favorite quarterbacks. But the thing is about the
hmm
New York market is we're just so into having a quarterback because we haven't had a consistent quarterback in a very long time. So I think Zach's gonna be back next year, no matter what. Mike
Yep.
White, I'm glad that they are sitting him because you don't mess with rib injuries. I've had rib injuries. I couldn't move.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
They're doing everything right. 10 doctors. 10 doctors. He went 10 doctors to try to get confirmed. If it was up to him, he would be out there in that field and I respect that. But dude,
Yeah.
there also has to be a time, we got to follow your health too. Like your health's very important. So like I'm not mad that they did this. It's just we gotta protect him too. Like Lawson, Carl Lawson, we had to protect him from himself, right? So the biggest thing about this game is can he chuck it downfield? Can he do good in the red zone? Can our offensive line hold up?
That's the biggest thing.
Because we have some of the best depth in the NFL. Okay. But it's true. Like we haven't had some of this depth in a very long time.
No,
And I'm super
definitely.
happy that we do like the next man up, like a Bam Knight, and I know Najee Harris was okay for a little bit, and then Johnson's been good. Clemens has been good. We trade Martin to get those guys play time, and it just keeps going and going and going. We still have a really deep tight end room and wide receiver room, but it's in question about that fourth guy right now in the wide receiver room. But overall, like it's always that next man up mentality because everyone goes through a lot of injuries. So I'm I'm not worried about the depth. I'm just worried about that. People were saying, this is going to be a big game. I've always said the Jets never make it look big. They never make it look easy. It's always tight. Every single game is going to be tight even more now. You got 4 games. You got to win these 4 games to get a chance. Everyone was saying we should do 10 games. No, no, no. We need 11 now. We need 11 just to make it now because some of these teams are very tight, and we got to go against Miami at the end of it. They could come and be like, fuck it, I'm going to go in and just we're just going to win this game all the way to the end. They could run the ball. I don't know. They got their own injuries too, but like me and you have talked about this, Liam. We at least get 10. No, we need 11 now. Like, I know the Lions are good. I know Goff's not good under pressure, but so was Cousins, but Cousins got the job done. He got the
Yes.
job done, and they won. I don't care if they're good or bad on the offensive line, but this is not the same old Lions team. It's not the same old Jets team. It's going to come down between the end of it, and I think Jets are going to win 14-7, but we can't be 1 for 6 in the red zone. I mean, come on. Barrios dropped that. I know White's throw wasn't that great, and I know White's throws weren't that great in general, but come on, man. Got to be better at that. We're the New York
Yeah.
Jets that have a playoff contending team. Next year is going to be really different, but we're
Next
going
year's
to
gonna
talk
be
about
difficult.
it's going to be difficult and it's going to be different. But now, like this team is too good to not make the playoffs. This team is way too good depth wise to not make the playoffs. So, man, we got to win. Just got to win. I don't
Well,
care how we do it. I don't care how we do it.
technically speaking, we are allowed to lose one more game, and it can't be Miami. But with that being said, like
Yeah, but not
I,
anymore.
I'm
Stakes are
not. I
higher
don't. I
now.
don't want. Technically speaking, we could lose one game, and then you could have like this team lose and that team win, and this. You know how the playoffs get. It gets wild. I
Yeah.
don't have the exact. I think it changes every week. I know like the Chargers are a lot in there, and
Yeah.
Miami, and a couple other teams, Tennessee. But with that being said, I'm not really afraid of the Seahawks. I'm not afraid of the Lions. I'm not afraid of the Jaguars.
Mm.
Miami, I'm not afraid of Miami, but sweeping Miami just seems like a little strange. I don't know. We're gonna
Yeah.
worry about that when the time comes. Let's focus, 1 week at a time. Let's just focus on controlling our own destiny and seeing what happens from there. I think this team is very talented. I don't think this team has completely given up on Zach Wilson. I'm talking like his wide receivers. I think there's still a little bit of trust. He's been taking reps all week with the number ones. Do you
Yeah.
think
This is the time to
that
do
they
it.
do you think that like they knew about this before?
What do you mean?
And because like Zach Wilson has been taking reps with the number ones all week,
Yeah.
but they have not said that. Nobody said that Mike White wasn't cleared for contact. And with that
Mm.
also being said, it's kind of like, should he have come back into that game? Like obviously, hindsight is 2020. That Buffalo game was huge, and God help me, I did not want Joe Flacco in there.
Oh God,
Joe
man.
Flacco could stay in
God
Buffalo.
no.
But with that being said, yeah, seriously. So it's
You can
like
stay with Buffalo. I love that.
I'm so glad that he came back in. But with
Yeah.
that being said, it's like at what cost?
Yeah.
Like at the time, it was a very big game. That's a
Yeah.
game I really wanted to win. We ended up
Yeah.
losing
Everyone did.
anyway,
Yeah.
and now he's
How do you
still
how do you throw for 260 yards and lose to a
yeah.
149 yards, Allen? How do you lose that? I
I
just it was mind-boggling. We should have won that game. We should have won
yeah,
that game.
but I think like with this game, I think it's gonna be. I think our defense is gonna look like a slaughtering house out there
You think so?
against their offense. Yeah,
Okay.
because this is a dome team, and the Lions on the road they're really not that good. The Lions at home 31 touchdowns this season. The Lions on the road 11. They're a dome team. Once the temperature drops below like 45, Jared Goff forgets how to play quarterback, and the Lions team just kind of gets cold
Excuse me.
and tucks their tail between their legs and run. Now,
Mm.
listen, I really like Dan Campbell. I think that, he has his team playing hard for him.
Yeah.
I think
He's
that
changed
the
things
energy
around.
is there.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. I have a lot of respect for Dan Campbell. I like him a lot. Last year, I didn't know if he was necessarily the answer. I guess the jury is still out on him. But guess what? Dan Campbell's not my head coach. I don't care about Dan Campbell. Do I
Mm.
respect him? Do I like him? Sure. Do I give a shit what he does? No. I care about Robert Sala. I care about Mike LaFleur
Mm.
getting a good game plan going. We cannot waste any time seeing what works. We cannot come out of this game flat. Can Zach Wilson do this? Can Zach Wilson do that? You script the plays at the beginning of the game that you know Zach Wilson can make. Whatever that may be, whether that's handing the ball off to Bam Knight, whether
Yeah.
that's throwing a check down to Braxton Berrios, not 10 yards over his head,
Get
whatever that
Elijah
may be,
Moore involved. Damn.
get Elijah Moore involved, something.
We're
Do
gonna need him.
what Zach Wilson does well.
Yeah.
Maybe a script some RPOs for him because Brock Purdy is making the same exact offense, the same freaking
Yeah.
offense
Yeah.
look easy.
Yeah.
Mike White
You're right.
made this offense look easy.
I agree.
Joe Flacco was able to throw in this offense, not against Buffalo, but he has this season.
I
He
agree.
has.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as I can't stand him,
Yeah.
the old son of a bitch. But with
Oh
that being
God.
said,
It's the
I am.
Jets, Liam. It's the Jets. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda, woulda. I don't care, dude. Like we should be doing a lot of things, but
Right.
this team is gonna make it close in the 5 to 7
Absolutely.
minute 7 minute mark. I don't care if they're an
Yeah.
indoor team. I don't give a shit if they're an indoor team. Like that's just what we do.
I don't think it's going to be a one score game. I don't think it's going to be necessarily close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means,
No,
but
yeah,
I don't
definitely
think
not.
it's going to be I don't think it's really going to come down to the wire. I'd really like to especially see us put this game away sometime in the third quarter.
That'd be
I think
great,
they're going to
right?
hang with us a little
That'd be
bit.
great.
I think they can. I'm
Okay.
not going to say that Zach Wilson's going to have 100 touchdown passes this
Mhm.
game. I'm going to say maybe one, maybe two. Even two is pushing. I think that we're going to see a lot of work from our running backs, as they should. Uh,
Right.
Michael Carter hasn't looked great, but he's also dealing with an ankle injury. So I think that Bam Knight, I think this should be half passing, half running,
I
right up the middle.
agree. Even in
You
the
know?
red zone, get Uzam involved. I've been saying, how many times have I said that? I think I've said that a
Yeah,
lot, haven't I?
you have. Yeah,
We need to get Uzama in the red zone or something. Get Elijah Moore in the red zone. Don't pass to Barrios because he's in a slump. I'm not saying I don't like Barrios. I love Barrios, but man, you got to change it up. You can't be 1 for 6 in the red zone. Or you know what? I wouldn't even mind. I would not even mind. Yeah, I think before I say this too, I wouldn't even mind a little bit, not a lot, but if Zach Wilson ran it in for a touchdown if he doesn't get hit.
oh yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I know, but with
Absolutely.
us with quarterbacks right now, but like I wouldn't even mind that because Flacco's going to be the backup. I hope they activate Streveler too, just to make sure that we get that
Anybody but
insurance.
Flacco, dude.
I understand,
Anybody
but
but
you know what I
Flacco.
mean though. We need that
Yeah.
insurance kick because
Hmm.
I'm glad that White's. I want White to be healthy, but if White was in, if he got hit again, man, he could have been out for way more. So I understand where they put Zach Wilson, but we need to change something in that red zone. We, like you said, we have pound the ball
Yeah.
tonight. Throw it to Wilson, throw it to Moore. But man, that red zone is killing us the most. Man,
Yeah.
dude, Zach Wilson has all the talent in the world. Like they do. He does. He's got all the talent in the world. He's definitely got the yips, but I don't think 3 weeks is enough for him to get back on track because we
Right.
need the playoffs this year. Like
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
that type of team. We're missing a quarterback and O lineman. If people are saying, well, I'm not scared about the O line, you're wrong.
You should be. Yeah.
You should be. We have a lot of depth at the O line, but it's getting thinner and thinner every week.
And the big thing is just keeping our quarterback upright too, because you said that like Joe Flacco is like that little like insurance policy. If we want to talk insurance, then he's a liability. you know,
Yeah, I agree with
he's going to
that.
make those insurance rates go up.
Uh-huh.
If
I'm glad.
if this if Zach Wilson struggles behind this offensive line, Can you imagine what Joe Flacco would be like behind this offensive line?
I'm glad Joe Douglas made the moves that he did. I'm glad he
Yeah.
kept Bryce Hall. I'm glad he kept all four quarterbacks. I'm glad he kept the wide receivers that he did. I'm glad he kept some people. Like I really am. Like I'm super happy that we have been fortunate to only maybe struggle with one or two positions, the quarterback and the O line. Because with the running backs right now, you could put any freaking running back in with the Jets and they're going to do good. Like it just seems like that's going on right now, right? Even
What do you
James
think about
Robinson
these
when he came
numbers?
in there, even when James Robinson came in, what,
Hmm.
what, what, what
What do
am
you
I
think
looking
about
at?
Abby's little number prediction here?
Wilson.
That sounds about right.
I don't think it's going to be 24-10. I do like it, but I don't think it's going to be 24-10. I think it's going to be close.
Okay. No, no, I know he was 10 for 24 passing attempts. That's what it was.
Oh, I thought that was a score. My bad. Yeah, what is the weather going to look like? I heard it's supposed to
I have it
snow
pulled up right
this
here.
week and next week, right? For New
I have
Jersey, or am I
MetLife's.
wrong? Okay.
Let's see. So
Okay.
Sunday is going to be a low of 27, and it's going to be sunny, a low of 27, a high of 39. Thursday, now they're saying rain, and Friday is going to be like rain and snow. I'm hearing different reports on Thursday's game that it's going to be a blizzard, and then I'm hearing rain, then I'm hearing snow. I don't know what the hell to predict. I don't think they know.
Well, I mean, they're saying in St. Louis between now and Christmas, it's going to be 8 inches of snow. So you just never know. You never know with weather. We could have 8 inches, we could have nothing. You know what I mean? You just never know.
I don't agree with this take here at all.
What is it? To be honest, Zach Wilson, despite these circumstances, is better than Michael. I think. Oh man,
We're
Abby,
not doing this. Let's not even go down this hole. To be completely honest with you, I'm not doing it. I'm
Abby, I
not doing
love you.
it.
Abby, I love you. But
I'm
there's
not.
always those one-liners that makes you disagree a little bit.
Well,
Um,
I'm just so sick of the whole Zach Wilson versus Mike White thing.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
sick
but
of it.
but you have your people that are your Zach people, your Streveler, a little bit of Flacco, but your major Mike White people, you know.
What's up, Jeffrey? Thank you for joining us tonight.
And then he's worried. Run more. I think we should run more, and then fade to Mims. And yeah, you know what, Abby, I actually agree with you. We should get Mims and more in the red zone instead of Barrios right now. Like I said,
You
I
know,
still love
yeah.
Barrios, but you know.
You know what I would like to see in the red zone? Kind of like what Mark Sanchez used to do with Santonio Holmes. Always like that
Oh,
that back left
facts,
corner.
facts,
Denzel Mims
bro.
is perfect for. He's tall.
He's
You
tall as
throw it
hell.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Agreed. Are we going to
So
do it? I don't know.
no. Let's go through some comments here.
Well,
I don't think he.
you
Abby's
know,
saying I don't think
we
he should
built.
have been.
Yeah, you're right there. You're good right there. Jets
Yeah.
are built for bad weather. Bring it up. We are built for bad. You're correct, but Wilson's not looking good in bad weather, so that's a little bit of a concern. But you are right. Well, you know what? Actually, you know what? You know what? We've been dropping some balls actually in bad
Yeah, it's
weather.
not necessarily just
So
Zach.
we're built for bad weather, but we don't exactly execute in bad
The
weather.
good, the good part is, or the bright spot here, I guess, if that's what you want
Yeah,
to call it, is
yeah,
we have more experience in bad weather,
true.
which is good.
It's just
You
making
know,
us
it was
feel it. Yeah,
it was
yeah,
pouring week one when we were there.
right.
It
Oh
that
my
that
God,
Green Bay
that's
weather,
right. Oh my God, that's
yeah,
right.
that Green Bay weather. It was raining there.
True,
Um,
true.
Denver, I think it was raining too.
Oh, okay.
What else?
Man up.
Buffalo, it was terrible out. So it's like we have a little bit more experience than than a dome team, which is why that
Yeah,
does make a difference. It does. Maybe not a
yeah,
ton,
yeah.
but
I
it
get that.
makes a little bit of a difference.
What
Um,
happened to
so
Barrios' hands? I don't know, Jeffrey. That's the $1 million question.
he likes to rub them in butter before he plays for some reason. I don't know, just something new he's trying. His hands are getting dry. It's cold. He's rubbing butter all over his hands.
Oh, man. He's hanging out with his
Margarine, whatever
he's hanging out with his girlfriend too much. I don't know.
happens.
I
Zach
don't know.
Wilson has a girlfriend too. I think
Yeah, the
that's a big
Italian
part too.
model. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Nicolette, yeah, she is hot. I mean, can't fault him for that. But
So is the
after the
Copos.
season, Zach,
Copos, yeah.
yeah. All right, so do you want to like move on to a couple other positions here? So like, what are your expectations realistically for the wide receivers?
As long as they don't drop the ball, they're gonna have a good game. It's just gonna be up to Zach to get it on target.
Do you think it's going to be a Garrett Wilson featured game?
Yeah, it just seems like it's going down that path with Knight and Wilson or Conklin because Zach Wilson loves Conklin
He
and
does.
Uzama a little bit, but he loves Wilson and he doesn't like Moore. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But he loves Bam. He's going to have to love Bam Knight. But what a moment for him though. Like this is your comeback moment, just like Mike White's
Yeah.
comeback moment. So and this could be a comeback moment for Mims and more too. But the offensive line needs to hold up though. That's the biggest key. Is the offensive line
Well,
needs to hold up.
a big thing too is Zach Wilson's going to be missing one of his other favorite targets, Corey Davis, which is unfortunate. That sucks.
Oh,
That's
you
really going to
gotta
hurt
go
us.
concussion protocol. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He's day to day. He's day to day. We
I,
don't know yet. We don't know
I
yet. We
don't think he
can't.
plays. I don't think he
I
plays.
you know what? I don't
Maybe
know.
what we can
I
do,
don't know.
I think maybe like the safest thing to do is maybe
Yeah.
not start him. Maybe dress him, and
I
if the
agree,
defense starts
Jeffrey, right
struggling,
here.
maybe the receivers will be frustrated at the half if the ball is not spread around.
Yeah. Just like
Yes,
yeah.
but if they're winning and because you got to understand, there's really not a lot of selfish players on this team, but unless your name's Elijah Moore. But
There's a
if the
lot
ball's
of them
not being
still.
spread around,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean it's an ego thing. Everybody wants the ball. I understand that. I mean
Yeah, I
that's
get
just the
that.
competitive nature in you.
Yeah, I
Everybody
get
wants the
that.
ball. It's fine. But if we're winning, if we're moving the ball efficiently,
Mm,
but Zach Wilson is honed in on one receiver, I'm fine with that. I don't need Zach Wilson to spread the ball around to 10 different receivers. If he does, great, because that's a sign of growth. But if Zach Wilson could connect with Garrett Wilson and it's working, they're moving the ball. If you could get Garrett Wilson some, and then Bam Knight and Carter, and then go back to Wilson, that's great.
yeah.
Just find a way to move the ball. I'm not asking Zach Wilson to go out there and be Tom Brady.
Right.
Just don't be the Zach Wilson of a couple weeks ago. Anything up. I mean, it's harder to get worse. It really is. I mean, the bar sets so
See what
low. It's hard to
happens.
get any worse.
This
But yeah,
is
with Quinn
his
Williams, real
moment.
quick, we're gonna get to defense in a few minutes. But I was just thinking that maybe we don't start him if defense starts struggling. Maybe you throw him in then. But I want Quinn until rest. If he's not 100%, save him for the bigger game. If the defense could handle without Quinn Williams for a week, great. What's up, Jets set for life? Sup, fellas? I think
That's
we
one of
got
my
to
boys.
activate Strev. We could use him in a red zone package, kind of like the Saints used Taysom Hill. They apparently were going to do that a couple weeks ago, and then I think the first New England game, the one at home, and then I
Yeah.
think somewhere from the tunnel to the field, they lost the playbook for Strevler. I don't know what the hell happened to it because they said they were going to use him in those kind of packages. Salah came straight out and said that, hey, we're going to do this, and then we never
Yeah.
saw it. So maybe he lost the playbook. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either what's going on. Can you see me okay?
No, you're blurry.
Wi-Fi is having an issue.
Oh, that damn Wi-Fi.
I don't know what's going on with it. Um Getting my little indicator on my left corner. Um I don't know.
You're all
Um
distracted now.
I am. Honey, get off
Gino's
the
broken.
computer. Honey, get off the computer.
We have a Jet show to do.
Right. For me, I think I want to go to talk about defense. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. Let's get
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. You go first.
You, oh, I thought you wanted to start.
No.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the defensive line a little bit then. What do you think about Quinn Williams? I don't think he plays, dude. I really don't. I think we see a lot more of Solomon Thomas. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, he should. He should definitely. He should definitely
Rest, right?
play. Thomas should definitely play. Um, I think you should definitely let Q rest and have him go for against the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football. I really do think
Jeffrey
so.
agrees.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's just not worth it. Quinn Williams, the season that he's having, I think he could afford to miss a game.
yeah,
I think he's already surpassed the 10-digit sack mark for the season. I think he's right.
yeah,
I think he's at 10 or 11, which
yeah.
is great. We haven't had those numbers in a very long time. I'm trying to think who was the last defensive lineman to have 10 plus sacks.
Was it Wilkerson or Leonard Williams? No. And for the Jets,
I don't
right?
think it was Leonard Williams. Yeah, maybe Quentin Coples, Sheldon Richardson. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was like one of those people. Yeah,
If anybody in the chat knows, please let us know because
yeah.
I
Please let
can't
us
think.
know. I need to know. But yeah, I think
Abby
the
says Solomon Thomas might dominate. I think Shepard will show up. That'd be a first.
that'd be yeah. Wilkerson. That's what Abby said. His
What?
presence in the is game changing. Yes, Q, you're
Mm-hmm.
correct.
Yeah,
Um,
Wilkerson got paid and then he never showed up again.
so did
That's what
Leonard
happened.
Williams.
Yeah.
But honestly, overall, I have confidence in this defense. It's just gonna see if they show up and see if they activate Bryce Hall to see if he shows up. This team's got to show up. This Lions team is a good offensive team, and Goff can move the ball. Jameson Williams is back. It's like they got a healthy Oh my god, Abby. It's like it's like they got it, it's like they got a good offensive line, but it's like they got Jamison Williams back. It looks like they got an all-star back. It's like a healthy Odell Beckham Jr. coming back. Jamison Williams is no joke. Like he's a great player. So
Yes.
if they can block him, St. Brown,
Clark.
Raymond, and Raymond, I think Raymond's still injured though, right? Is he out for a season still?
Do you have the injury report?
I think he's still there. And then Swift and Williams has been good, the running back Williams.
Yep.
So let me see more. And also the flu bug is going by the Lions this week. So that's, I mean, they have three guys that have the flu bug and then possibly more. I mean,
Hutchinson's one of them too. That's could be huge.
Hutchinson's one, Brockers, that's another
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's just going to be interesting to see what type of team shows up for them. But I do have
That's it.
confidence that
Jets winning 100-0.
oh shut up. Scott.
I'm kidding.
But
I want to make it very clear that I'm kidding because there's gonna be some jerk in the chat that says, "Oh, Liam said the Jets won 100-0."
yeah.
So there's always that one guy. So I have to just state that I am
And
joking.
also make it clear that we cheer for anybody who's on the field for the Jets. I don't want no one to do bad. I wish no one to do bad. Even if we are going to wear the green uniforms.
We're wearing green on green,
Yeah,
so green and
it's
white
going to
will
be
not be making an
interesting.
appearance this year.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I like the green on green.
I do
I even
too,
like the
but
green on white.
superstition people, you never know. But yes, I think the defense is going to do good if we can just control them. Whoever puts out there, control what they do on defense. Also, I want to talk about special teams.
Whoa,
I
hold on. Let's not hold on. We didn't even get into Sauce and Reed and safeties.
don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Well, it doesn't matter if you care. The people, the callers care. The
I know.
listeners care.
All right, go on. You're good.
Sauce is your boy.
He is my boy. He's my
They're
son.
playing for Pro Bowls right here.
Yeah,
He's
that's
your
true.
son. Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No. I hope he does well. I think they can do well. I really do. He's like a mixture of Revis and Sherman. It's really cool.
Who do you think goes on who? Do you think Jamison Williams is going to be covered by Reed? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think Jamison Williams and Sauce are going to match up a little bit here and there, but I think it's mainly going to
I
be Reed
think
because Reed for some reason has more coverage with the elite wide receivers.
I
Sauce
think
gets a mix here and there.
Sauce needs to match up with St. Brown because he's bigger and taller.
Yes.
In my opinion. But I think third guy needs to be either Reed or Carter on Clark. I like
Carter
Clark a
needs to
little
clean up his
more.
penalties.
Yeah, that too. And he can't get injured because we're gonna be Eccles is out, Bryce Hall needs to step in, or they might need to put Tony Adams in. I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
They do switch sides, yes, that is
Yeah,
correct.
they do. Yeah, they do switch sides. But for me, it's just gonna be really interesting to see what they do.
Well, and this is gonna be another good game too because both Reed and Sauce are they're playing for the Pro Bowl right now. Like
Right.
they're playing to get into the Pro Bowl, so this is gonna be absolutely wonderful. I don't know. I kind of had this funny feeling that we're gonna see Sauce off the edge a couple of times, at least once
Yeah. I think
for a big sack.
Reed and Gardner needs to blitz a little bit. I agree with Abby with the
I think
blitzing. Yeah.
Gardner's yeah, I
Yeah.
think
They're
Gardner's
both good at
definitely
blitzing. They're both good.
yeah. I think Gardner might actually be a little bit better. I think that might be a little bit more of his
Yeah.
specialty.
And
You know?
Quincy, Quan, and Mosley need to show up. Like
Yeah,
they need to tackle a lot. They could do it, and they're great linebacker. All three of them. It's freaking awesome. But
yeah. I mean, we
but
forgive
they need to show
CJ
up.
for that. Yeah, we forgive CJ for that stupid penalty because he did make up for it. You know, he's had a couple big hits since then and everything.
True
It was
that.
just like come on, like nobody's perfect. Like we've all
I
had
get
bonehead
that.
moments where like, oh shit, like why did we just do that? I mean,
I
I
get
do it all
that.
the time.
I get that.
So they're also playing for a contract next season too, because I believe
All of them
all of
are.
them,
All of
yeah,
them are. All of them are.
all that whole linebacker crew, that
And
whole
Whitehead,
trio.
yeah, I thank you for mentioning that, Abby. Whitehead is very good at blitzing and hitting, but he's just not good at catching the ball. He did show up a little bit with the hitting last game, so I am happy with that. So
Yeah,
hopefully he does
he
come up
needs to
big.
do something because he's been a major disappointment. The safeties are a liability. I mean, their tackling is bad though, especially Joyner.
Jeffrey.
I think I hope CJ won't be in
Oh my god, that's awesome.
um I think Lamarcus Joyner is just one of the worst tacklers I've ever seen.
He
Seriously,
looks
he
confused a
he
lot.
tackles with his forearm. I mean, like he goes
Yeah,
like this and like tackles. Like I just don't
yeah.
understand it. He's just like whacking. I don't get it, man.
Right,
But I
right,
mean,
right.
Whitehead seems to be a little bit better, but like he's still he. We need an upgrade. That needs to be a position addressed in the draft this year. It really does because our
Oh yeah.
safeties are terrible. But it's just
Or sign
that kind of
someone. Or sign someone.
yep.
Sign someone. That's what you do, right? We gotta sign someone. Sign
Come on,
someone
get
or
out of
get
here,
someone
freaking
in the draft.
yeah! Get these porn bots out of here. Hate them.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joiner, it's just he's hot and cold, man. But he looks lost out there sometimes. But yeah,
He's
liability, like you
mainly
said.
cold and hot, actually. I mean, he was hot for a couple weeks. That Buffalo game, he was that
Yeah,
was Whitehead actually.
yeah,
What game was it? Was it what game was it where Joyner had the interception? I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was against Aaron Rodgers, right? Am I wrong?
maybe. I don't remember. I'm
I
gonna be
don't know.
honest.
He seemed to be coming alive a little bit, like during like the middle of the season,
He
and
did. He
he
did.
was
He
getting
had a few good games,
he's
and then he
working.
just fell off a little bit. But hopefully he'll bounce back at MetLife. Hopefully. But let's go to special teams. We already just
Okay.
covered the special teams. Um, I think they're going to do good. I really do. I think Hardy's going to prove that he wants to be in the Pro Bowl. Also with Hennessy as well. Zerline. I think Zerline's going to have a. I think we're going to have to count on Zerline a lot this game. We're going to need him to
Probably.
go 5 for 5 and 6 for 6 again. We need him
I hope not.
so bad. I know. I hope not, but that's what I think it's going to come down to. We're going to need him a lot this game. I really do. We're going to put pressure on him to succeed, and I hope that he can do it.
Yeah, I mean, like I have no
I love
faith.
Boyer.
I mean,
I
I'm
love
sorry.
Boyer.
I have no issue with him. Like I don't think that he's not going to do it.
Yeah,
I think he can make the kicks.
yeah,
He looks like he can hit a 70-yarder out there.
yeah.
You know, I don't know what the wind is going to be like. It's not saying it's
Exactly.
going to be
Yeah.
windy, but it's
Right.
still December in New Jersey. It's still cold.
Facts.
It's still poor weather conditions, even though it's going to be
Facts.
sunny. It could be windy in there. And you know who I'm
Facts.
scared about with the wind? Zach Wilson. He's the one who scares me with the wind.
Yeah.
But
This game's gonna be telling.
it is what it is, dude. Like, if you want to be a playoff team, then these are the conditions you're gonna have to face.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back to Buffalo. We're gonna have to go to Kansas City. All these
Yeah.
cold teams. Yeah, we're gonna be playing them.
Yeah.
You
No.
know, it's the
Cowboys.
welcome to the NFL,
Dome
man.
too. Yeah. Dome. Yeah.
You
I
know,
get it.
so
I get it.
this is something that we need to capitalize on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the weather's like in Utah. I think it does get cold in Utah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Abby has all the faith in Zach Wilson. I hope so.
Yeah. I hope
I'm
so
not
too.
rooting against Zach.
No,
I
never.
am
Don't ever
rooting
root
against
against someone. Don't ever root someone to get injured or get well. We
to
wish
get
them luck
well.
all the time.
I think you butchered that a little bit.
No.
You don't wish for anybody to get well?
No, like if people like put bad stuff on them. Like
You're confusing me. I was like,
yeah, that's fine. I'm confusing
we don't
myself.
want them to get injured, and we don't want them to get well either. Just say
But that's Jets Nation though. Jets Nation does that all the time. So
yeah.
it's ridiculous. Y'all need to chill a
I
little
think we
bit.
could both think of a couple people off the top of our heads here. We won't say names, but we
Facts.
we know
Facts.
who we're talking about.
But I
Somebody
have
loves the
confidence in
injuries.
Boyer. I have confidence in Boyer, and I have
Hmm.
confidence in Salah. I really do. I love what he's bringing to the table, man. If Lafleur can just clean it up a little bit, oh my God, we would be good. And then Zach Wilson and him just need to get on the same page as well. But I love Oldbrook and I love Boyer.
How do you think Braden Mann's gonna fare? Do you think Braden Mann's gonna go out and have a little day for
Just
himself?
just don't be cute. Just don't be cute and just do your job and you'll be fine.
Did you? I think it was last week. He had some really stupid like high squib kick too.
Yeah, he did. I
It's
don't know. I
just
don't
like you said. Like, hey, don't get cute. I mean,
Don't get
it is
cute.
what it is.
Do your job, and you'll be fine.
And are you expecting a bigger game from Braxton Berrios in special teams?
No, he's freaking me out on special teams right now, so I don't.
Okay. I think he's
I'd
gonna
love
have a
to
little
see
bit of a
Bam
bounce
Knight
back.
back there. Actually,
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be terrible.
it'd be terrible. Do you think this game is going to determine Zach's career? No, it's not. He'll be back. He'll be fine. This is his moment to bounce back and to see if he can bring this team to the next level. That's the pressure because this team is too talented not to make the playoffs. That's what I think it is.
I don't necessarily think that it's a game to determine Zach's career because I think he's gonna be back next year as well. But
Yeah.
it might be like an overall
Interesting.
consensus to see if he's the starting quarterback moving forward.
Yeah.
But I don't even if like knock on wood they do lose this game, as long as Zach's not the one losing the game, then I
Yeah.
mean, I do you see a situation in which Mike White returns to the Jets sometime this season, or do you think this is Zach's team the rest of the way?
If Zach does good this game, Salah's going to have a hell of a decision to make
What a
because
good decision to have, though. This is
oh, I
first
love
world
it.
quarterback problems.
I love that, but it's gonna be something, man. It's just gonna be something. If he does really good, then you're gonna have a quarterback decision. If he does really bad, people are gonna call for Mike White, and Mike White might not even be back 3 to 5 weeks from now. That's playoffs. That's
Yeah,
playoffs. That's playoffs or the last
and
game
it's
of the year. Or the last game of the year. But if Zach Wilson doesn't do well, Mike White's not going to come back. I don't think anytime soon, or they might like do something and then he comes in. Then there might have to be like you have to think about maybe adding Streveler or Flacco back in there, which is freaking me out. But this is Zach Wilson's moment. This is his big ticket moment.
a lot of players don't get this opportunity. Like
Yeah,
after getting benched, it's normally like that's just a wrap for the season. Zach Wilson has a very special opportunity here.
exactly,
He's gonna. Do
exactly.
you want? Do
Thanks,
you,
sport though.
Zach just needs to show us growth in some sort of smart decision making. If it's the same mistakes, we have a problem. Yeah, absolutely. I
Agree.
mean, I don't expect Zach Wilson to come out and be this perfect quarterback after
He's
20
not.
days of benched.
Yeah,
I
three
mean,
weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah,
but like we all have been saying, just don't be the reason. Just don't cost us the game. Just
exactly. I agree with this.
don't.
I agree with this. That I woke up
We all
this
kind of
morning
knew Mike wasn't
not
gonna
feeling good
start.
about it.
We just didn't want to admit it.
I
Those
agree.
shots were too brutal. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, Milano just oh god.
lit him up.
I mean, and Milano and Von Miller didn't even play the game that Zach Wilson
No,
was playing. They were
no.
out, so it's
So
just going to
I
be
think this is a
interesting.
very good opportunity for Zach. I think
Yeah,
that Zach, I think he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He knows.
he
He's
always
on the
does.
internet.
He's a Jets freaking. If you're anybody on the Jets, you're going to have a chip on your shoulder, whether it's the organization or the fan base.
This is the kind of thing that like kind of freaks me out a little bit is like
Yeah. What
the
is it?
first time that he messes up, he's gonna be getting booed at MetLife
Oh,
Stadium like
dude,
crazy.
I know. I
So I
know.
kind of wish that this was like an away game because I think they focus more at away games than they do at home games.
Yeah.
And Zach Wilson probably won't have that much pressure from, you know, the Jets fans there. But I expect this game to be loud. I expect it to be rowdy. I
Yeah.
expect them. They're going to be watching. Zach Wilson's going to be under a microscope. Is that necessarily fair? Yes and no. Yes, because we need to see the growth, but no, because like I don't think that this is a career-defining game for Zach Wilson. I don't think this game makes or
Right.
breaks Zach Wilson one way or the other. I think at least like you said, the next couple of weeks we're gonna be rolling with him probably no matter what. If Zach Wilson's healthy and Mike White isn't, then we're
Yeah.
not moving on from Zach Wilson. There's not a situation
Yeah.
in which a situation in which Joe Flacco comes in.
I
Robert
agree.
Saleh doesn't want to start Joe Flacco.
I know he doesn't, but he's his second guy though.
Yeah,
Strebler's are probably going to be a third guy, but you're going to have
I don't
Flacco
think
as
they
a
dress three
second guy
quarterbacks.
though. Huh?
I don't think they dress three quarterbacks.
Man, I hope they do. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I hope they do.
Yeah, I mean they have it in the past. I mean even like when Mike White was going, it was just him and Joe Flacco.
They need to.
I think Braxton Berrios becomes the emergency quarterback,
Oh my God, let's
which
not
is
talk about that.
stupid.
Don't do
I'm
that.
just saying, like that's what happens.
Or
I
we do
mean,
the
maybe he has a
Wildcat.
better.
Or we do the Wildcat a lot. Yeah.
We've had that a couple of times, or
No, we've
we've
done
even
that.
seen Braxton
And
Berrios throw a
Tebow
touchdown
and
pass.
Barrios, yeah. Yeah.
He's done it a couple of times. He's done it with Jameson Crowder. He did
Yeah.
a pass a couple. That was against the Browns in 2020, and then he had that one a couple more, and then he had that one this year with Zach in that Steelers
Yeah.
game. What
Don't
did
don't
Mike White show
no
us?
don't no.
Abby, come on.
Listen. If we even showed it when we had Smith from Mizzou, Brady Smith. Is it Brady Smith? No. What's his first name? I should know this. He's a Mizzou guy. What's his first name? Smith, number 16 for the Jets, wide receiver.
Jeff,
No. I'm talking about back in the day. Rex Ryan days. He was a
Brad,
quarterback. Brad, thank you,
Brad.
Abby. Thank you. I mean, they did it with him too. Like the Wildcat, because he was a quarterback at Mizzou. He's a legend at Mizzou. So we could even transfer that with whatever we want if we do need that type of deal, you know?
I told myself I wasn't going to do this, and I'm not going to go deep into it. I'm just going to want to say this real quick here.
Okay.
If Mike White didn't show you anything these last 3 weeks, and Mike White didn't impress you even a little bit, then your eyes just don't know football. It's as simple as that.
Mm,
It's not an insult. It's not a debate.
mm,
Mike
mm.
White ran this offense a lot better all season than Zach Wilson has. The stats support that. My eyes support it. That's the main thing. I drink beer on Sunday and I watch football and I get half freaking plastered. I know what the hell my eyes see. And I'm just a dumb fan that watches. Like I don't sit there and like I don't give like a full analysis on this or anything. But if you don't know, then it's stubbornness. That's what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. Lions have been playing well. Any other season, we would be so happy that this is the game Zach comes back for. LOL. I
Yeah.
still believe the kid can be our guy, but the jury is yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Porto, you're
it's
right,
definitely
bro. You are
50-50.
right. You're right. He is a workhorse too, as well, and I agree with Porto as well. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. He is. I mean, but like the one thing I didn't want to do, which is I feel like every other content creator made this video except for me. The whole the Jeff Smith, I'm gonna say the whole Mike White versus Zach Wilson thing. I'm not doing it because I root for both of them. Whoever's
Yeah.
under center, I'm rooting for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Even Mike
All the
White
way.
on the bench, I'm rooting for him too. I
Shoot,
want the
even
Jets to win the game.
I mean, even if we pick up a 40-year-old quarterback, I'm still going to root for him. You know.
Wait, hold on. What? I
Eh,
mean, that wasn't Mike White, Abby. Braxton Berrios was dropping passes. The
just
defense
don't
did
even
not look
acknowledge it,
great
bro. It's
against
fine.
Buffalo because it's pissing me off. I mean,
Sometimes
it is.
you got to
I
ignore
like
this
Abby
stuff.
too.
We
I
love
like
you,
Abby
Abby.
too.
We appreciate you, Abby.
It's just I want to watch a
There
game
we
with
go.
Abby. Like I want to buy Abby,
Let's go
some
Jets.
drinks.
Let's go Jets. There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Let's go watch a game, and let's hash out all of our differences, and
Hey,
let's
it's
get on the
fine.
same page. That's
It's
something that
fine.
we need to do.
That's fine. Listen, go Jets. We just need to figure it out this weekend. It's not all lost. But we do need to win these games. These last 4 games, just to even make it to the playoffs or wild card. It's important. It's important. Porto
I think
said
Abby
it
speaks for all of us
best.
here.
Yeah, we just want to win. Exactly. We just want a quarterback too, though. We just want a consistency at the quarterback position. That's why my favorite quarterbacks aren't even with the Jets anymore. Geno Smith, and I wanted Geno to be the guy, but he's not. He's doing great with Seattle. I know y'all want Sam Darnold. I was never a Sam Darnold guy. I didn't think he was the guy, but I know y'all want to debate that too. But it's right now we have to focus on the
That's what it
quarterbacks
is.
and to win. Just gotta win.
Yeah, any means necessary. I don't care if Zach Wilson wins us the game, just don't
Yeah,
lose us the game. You
yeah.
know?
We're all worried about the Seattle game. Definitely, Jeffrey. See what
Yeah,
happens. See what happens.
good morning, Gino. Here in New York, that's funny. It's still Friday where you are, now it's Saturday where I am. We're
It
2 different
is.
days. It's kind
Yes,
of
we're on
funny.
the same different time zones.
Yeah.
But guys, we're ending the podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in really late with us everywhere from the United States and New York, anywhere in the United States. Thank you for staying late with us. Abby, Porto, Jeffrey. Um, Abby, Porto, Jeffrey, Dom. Appreciate you, man. Staying up late. Jet set for life. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate every one of the comments. Let's just get this W on Sunday. That's all I want. Let's have a good
Yeah.
Christmas. Let's go into Thursday night football with the win. That'll jack us up for Thursday night football. Whatever comes our way. Whatever comes
Yeah,
our way.
absolutely, man. That would definitely boost our confidence. That would give Zach Wilson a little bit more confidence. Maybe that will help him get rid of the jips a little bit. Let's do it,
Exactly.
man. Let's get it done.
Let's
So
get it done.
definitely on Sunday, look out for our reels because we do reels all throughout the game, before the
Yes.
game, halftime, and
Yes.
then after the game.
Yes.
Gino, we're unsure if we're doing Gino's unsure if we're actually doing a post game show.
Yes, that's
Little
up in the
behind the
air right
scenes
now.
stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen yet. I got Christmas on Sunday with my family, but also I just don't know what's gonna happen with another guy as well and the other guys. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know.
Well, I'll leave it at this. Just prayers up for Harrison, man. Like we're not going to get details, but just
Yeah,
definitely, keep him in your prayers. Leave it
yeah,
at that.
definitely. Definitely.
So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for all tuning in. It's been great. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow everything NYJ on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Follow Italy Jet. I'm sure he's going to be pulling that up any second now. There it is. Follow Italy Jet Gino on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course Snapchat. Italy_Jet. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk Jets soon. Have a good night.
Go Jets. Dream team.